Sometimes I think, imagine if I'd stayed at home that night. I would have got away with the whole thing. Millions in my back pocket, not a single detective or law enforcement officer in sight, not even close. I need to regain control of the situation and collect my compensation. My former teammates Delroy Facey and Michael Boats Boateng, along with Del's new match-fixing connections, Chan Sankaran and Krishna Ganashesh, have wasted my time and energy right up until this point. Boats has turned into a little Judas. I suspect he's been lying to me. What was once love, friendship, and genuine care for each other has suddenly turned into an uneasy feeling of betrayal. During my peak period at Bromley FC, Boats was aware fixing was going on, but he didn't know it was me. He knew how big it was because throughout that whole 2012-2013 season in the Conference South, there were whispers in every changing room. It was in the air. There was a time when players in every team in that league wanted a piece of the action. People would say, "Hey, have you heard about that fixing stuff or betting stuff that's going on?" Each time I was like, nah. Now Boats knows it was me, and he's keen to step up and step up quickly. A little too quickly for his capabilities. He wants to take the flame I've given him and prove himself to his social circle that he can become that guy, become me. I've been teasing the idea of match fixing to Boats for months. Sometimes when we spoke after games, I told him exactly how it all works and how I got into it. I've been inadvertently preparing him for a takeover. If he's going to fix a game, this is what it should look like. He's the only reason I joined Whitehawk FC, my last ever club. And since I've recently quit playing football and fixing matches, I have a plan in place for Boats to take over the Conference South and become my heir apparent. I'll train him to inherit the position of power I held last season and pass the match-fixing baton on to him. The groomed becomes the groomer. I can't hide it from him anymore. He knows the truth about how I was running my match-fixing operation, and he wants in. Plus, I owe Boats a big favour. He was the one that passed the finance on my Mercedes after I got knocked back for a bad credit rating. An unpaid mobile phone bill from a trip to Miami 3 years ago, a holiday to celebrate my 21st birthday, came back to haunt me. Last month, Boats called in that favour. When I originally got my car, all he asked for in return was a pair of £100 Nike Air Force Ones. I couldn't believe it. I thought he was joking, but he reaffirmed it. A £40,000 car in exchange for a £100 pair of trainers. I remember saying to him at the time, "Anything you need, just let me know and I'll sort it out." Now he needs money to pay off his loans. £5,000 to be precise. Boats drives a modest smart car, humble enough for someone so innocent and pure of heart. One recent Saturday evening, I had to collect match-fixing cash from a casino, and I met Boats after I pulled £3,000 from my bag. I tell him to keep it, no need to pay me back. His eyes opened so wide I had to laugh. That was the moment his head was turned. I told Del, that's it. Boats was going to take the reins. His introduction to match-fixing will be to organise with Chan and Krishna to fix an upcoming Conference South fixture, Ursley Town versus Whitehawk FC, Boats' current club. In the build-up to the fix, Boats fails to tell me about the meeting he had with the fixers in Croydon. He deceived me. I want to know how this appointment went down, so I call him. "Boats, where were you?" "East Croydon." He's strangely quiet. "Who was at the meeting?" "The fixers and the investor." His voice sounds different. "How much money did they give you?" Silence. "What colour was the investor?" "White." I hang up raging. No way in a million years would you find a white British man sitting in front of you talking about match fixing. Boats also tells me he took along his best friend Hakeem. What the fuck? How stupid can you be? Why didn't he tell me all of this before he went? This phone call sends shockwaves through my body. I'm reacting on emotion. I always use the burner phones to send text messages. For the first time, I text him on my personal mobile. "Be careful who you meet, bro." In my eyes, he's committed the biggest sin. He's gone behind my back. He's not telling me the truth. I heard it in his voice, and I felt his nervous energy on the phone. He's trying to play me out of the new match-fixing business I'm setting up. Maybe betrayal was inevitable. So was revenge. Now it's time for payback.